Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Tametsi. We're moving on to puzzle 35 here. I guess the obvious starting area is this corner. 3 goes there, finishing this 2. The 1 continues on. This 3 finishes this 3 and the 2. Now we get progress over here. Not really narrating the really obvious Minesweeper stuff. If you followed along this far, I assume you get that kind of basic stuff. And when I have nothing much to say, I guess I'll say that, but I don't want to have to explain every single little thing on those. Kind of more focused on the more complicated deductions. What's going on over here? Nothing, huh? Seem to run out of steam on just Minesweeper, so let's look at the other hints we have. There's only 1 in this color left. Oh no, hang on. This 3 goes. So is this one. Okay, but now I'm stuck, right? 2 of these doesn't really help. Okay, how about some diagonals? That doesn't help. That's junk. Useless. 4 of these 5 is interesting but not useful at the moment. 5. 1 of these 4. Yeah. 4. 1 of these 6. Oh, it was 1 of these 5, not 4, whatever. Okay, so how about over here? This 3, we need 1 more. Can't say much about where it is. 6. Nothing. 5? We need 2 more. I don't see any of that giving us any help. Is there something I can actually... yes, the color clue. This 3. It needs at least 1 of these 2. And that finishes off this color. This is supposed to be a sunrise, huh? Kind of makes me think of a butterfly. This 2, 1, there's the 3. The 4 and the 3 work together. 1 here makes 2 for the 4, which still needs 2 more there. Can't keep going without some more clues, though. Down here? Nothing much. Okay, look at the diagonals again. 1 of all this doesn't really help. 1 of all this. Still like 4 of those 5 here. 2 of all this, who knows? 6, 3 of these, don't know. 1 of all these looks sort of useful, but how? I see, we must be working on oranges next probably, right? Because this 1 sees, like, there's one of the 3 here. Well, on the other hand, I don't know how to get any further than that. Very impressive, huh? I mean... this 4 next to a 1. I didn't do enough when I unveiled all the pinks. Because there's at most 1 here, which means you need the other 3. Now I can go this way. And also get these 2. Now what? Oh, I bet we figured out some of these diagonals now, right? Not this one. Not really this one either. And this is still totally useless. The other diagonals can't have got over this far. What about this 2? What does this 2 tell me? One of these 3, is that overlapping with anything interesting like this 6 somehow? I think so. So we need 4 of these 5, which means only 1 can be missing. And it has to be in this area, so these are all mines. One of these is mine, and this isn't. Now we've finished this 3. Well, there goes that. Maybe more over here? One of these 2 doesn't help much. One of these 3, again, not that great. Ah, but this 3 is done, isn't it? Yeah. And that finishes this 4. These 1 and 2 work together, giving me this. The 4 goes here. 1 and the 3 next to each other give me this space. Oranges are now fixable, right? There's only 1 left. It has to be adjacent to this 2 and this 1. So it's there. Did I learn anything when I over in this area? Yeah, there's nothing here. This 3 is now done. What can we do with yellows? Can we do something with yellows yet? There's 1 here. I don't know. 5? No. 3? No. Okay. These 2's across from each other. There's 1 here, and therefore none here. Now, knowing there are 3 yellows, and at most 1 of them is here, these 2 must be it. And this 2 can't have a mine here, which gives us this, and there's the last yellow mine. Wow, gonna need some diagonal work to get in here, I guess. This 1 goes there, 2 there, done, done, done. The 4th for the 4 is here, finishes this 4 and this 3. Now, please tell me I have something from these diagonals. Yes, this 3 has 2 of its 3, so there's only 1 more, which means to get its 4th, the 4 has to go here. And 1 of these is lit, which means the rest of the diagonal isn't. The 1 and the 2 give me this. Here. There. The 3 next to the, or across from the 2, 1 here, therefore 1 here. Oh, this 2. Yeah, once we got this diagonal, there's a bunch to go on down here. Well, okay, I guess that's it. How about this diagonal, though? We need one more on it somewhere. One more. I can't seem to place it, though. This one? One, two, three, four. So we need one more on each of these two diagonals. And there are only 3 total mines. So there's one more mine somewhere else in the world. I hope I can prove it's here, because otherwise I don't know how I'm getting in here. Well, I guess if I could prove it's not here, then I could put a mine here, and maybe then that would help too, right? I bet there's going to be something like involving parity in these 4 squares that'll let me conclude I can click all these. Let's look for that. Suppose first that this were a mine. Then this wouldn't be. And this wouldn't be by the diagonal, and therefore this would be. Yeah. So if this is a mine, then this is. And otherwise this is. In either case, the 5 is finished in this half, and therefore we can click all of these. And I guess total mine count will help me figure out whether it's this space or not, which will then propagate to the rest. This 4 looks done, and so do the 2 and the 1, and this one, there, done. So there's only 2 mines left. It can't be one of these. So it's here. And by diagonal, we need how many more here? 1 or 0? We need 1, so it's here. Ta-da! Ah, please, my eyes, what are you doing to me? 1 each of every color except for, I think that's green? Yeah, green. Well, this 2 is pretty useful. And the 3 tells us that there's no more oranges in the rest of the puzzle. Now we have an area to work with, I guess. Oh, and there's... no, hang on. This 1 goes here, and this 1 goes here, so this 2 opens this up. 4. 1, 2... What? Oh, and there's... I somehow thought these were marked as, like, definitely not mines, but they're not. A 3 here? Is that useful? No. This 1, though, gives me this. There's only 2 greens left, huh? And 1 of all the other colors. Now, interestingly, it can't be both of these 2, because then the 1 would be ruined. Which means at least 1 of these 2 is clickable? Why is that important? Not yet, but maybe in the future? And sadly, I can't even conclude that it's either of these 2. It might be neither, and then both of these. If I could conclude it was one of these 2, I could clear out a bunch of stuff in the middle. What about this 4? 2 of these 3. Ah, that influences this 1, doesn't it? If you pick 2 of these 3, there's no way to avoid touching the 1. You can take this 1, but then you have to take this 1, right? This is, yeah, so these are all safe. And we have one of these two, which means this 4 needs one here. And this is one of the last 2 greens, but I guess there's still one more, so that doesn't help so much. Oh, there's one up here I missed a while ago. Okay. This 3, though, should be pretty okay. No, I have one of these 2. Don't know which. I mean, I can say that this 2 is touching at least one green mine. But so what? I mean, this one is also touching exactly one green mine. But that doesn't really resolve anything. It could be this one and this one, for example. Or it could be this one and another one somewhere else. How about this 3 next to a 1, huh? That's kind of weird, isn't it? Or like sharing space with a 1? Because we can't have both of these. So the 3 needs to be touching at least 2 colored mines, right? And there's only 3 left in the grid. No, there's 5 left in the grid in various colors. So first of all, could it be both of these 2? I think so. Doesn't immediately break anything. Could it be both of the greens? No. Because we know there's at least one green up in this area. So it has to be at least one of these 2. Right? Right. Possibly both. And by the way, the 3 might be touching 3 colored squares. We know it's touching at least 2. 3 colored squares would have to be both of these and one of the 2 greens. Well, at most one of these 2 is a mine. At least one of these 2 is a mine? Yeah, that's all true. But how does that help? I guess it might be instructive to consider, what if both of these were mines? That might tell me something, right? So we'll say that's a mine, that's a mine. I would learn some things then, right? I would learn, for example, that that's safe. Oh my god, what the hell color is that? That's safe. These are both safe. How about this 3? I would learn that this is a mine. And so's this. That's all the greens. So then all the remaining greens would be safe. Oh, there's more down here. These are all safe. Remember, this is assuming that both of these are mines. Is this possible? Seems okay. We'd need one more mine here. We spent 4, 5. There's still 3 left. There's a number of places they could go. Oh, I guess this would be safe as well. We'd have spent 4 mines. And we still need to find space for 4 more. Only 1 goes here. We would need 3 more in this diagonal, which seems possible. So this seems possible. It seems like it could be both of these. I mean, I hate kind of just like trying stuff, but I don't have any bright ideas at the moment. Ugh. Suppose we made it this, but not this. Is that possible? Then we would know one of these 2 is green. And we'd also know that one up here is green. So we would find that like these are all safe. For what that's worth. One of these... this is impossible, isn't it? Because the 3 needs to touch 1 more green only. And then touch this white area. But then not the white area, the area this 1 is in. But then the 1 has already seen a mine, and neither of these can be a mine. So this is impossible. So it could be both, but it can't be just purple. What if we said, hey, oops. Is it just this one? Well, what would we learn? This 4 would need another mine here. The 3 would be touching another mine, another green mine rather. So we can conclude again that all the other greens are safe. And remember, the green has to be touching at least 2 colored ones. We proved that a while ago. So it has to touch one of these. And then this again. And that breaks the 1 because both of these would have to be safe and we'd have no mine of this color. So in fact, it's required that both of these large ones be mines, because if either of them is safe, then the 3 ends up needing a mine in here, which makes both of these safe, which is impossible. Okay, so I found it out by experimenting, but I think that the solution I came up with is one that you could get without just trying it. You could see, okay, like making one of these safe means the two colors the green is the three is touching have to be a green in one of these, and the non-color has to be here, and then this is broken. Okay, so that's fine. Let's make these. Get out of here, pencils. Make these mines. That should be hopefully all we need to crack the puzzle. This is good. This is fine. This 3. Oh, of course, these are both safe now. 2 goes there. No more greens? Is that accurate? Yeah, it is. So okay, a 1 here is already covered. We have to use mind count maybe. So there's one of these two. How do I break the symmetry? It looks perfectly symmetrical. So how am I going to resolve these oranges? This 1, that's how. Somehow this 1 has to tell me. This 2 can't be looking at both of these, right? Because then the 1 would be broken. So it must be looking here. This 2, therefore, is freed up. So that's the second one. Now there are 2 mines. The 1 says there can't be 1 here. And to get 2 mines in here, we need 1 here and 1 there. Bridge. That's a lot of mines, isn't it? It's 30 mines? How much space is there? 6 by 8 is 48? It's mostly mines in here. Okay, we have diagonals. This 2 by a 1, we get this, and this. Gives us, quite a lot. We have this, I guess, from the 1 feeds into the 2, which feeds into this 1. The 1 next to the 2 we have here. These 2's next to 1's are great. That's as far as they go, though. I need 7 more mines that are colored and 7 that aren't. Oh, this one's easy. This 1 means there's 1 here, which means the 3's last one goes here, which gives us this 3. These 2 4's across from each other should help, right? 2 of these means 1 here. These 3's across from each other should also help, right? 1 here means these 2, and this 5 goes there, which I guess was an easier way to get that. Still need 4 more of each color. And I think that has to be the next step, is to work on colors. There's 1 in this region, 1 in this region, and 1 in this region. So this must be the 4th one. Now this 2 is going to resolve everything else, right? Okay. Now this here, need 3 mines. Well, I have 1, 2, 3, so neither of these. They're gonna work together to give me this space. And now I have this from here. Nice and easy. Oh, we haven't seen any dominoes before. 2 purples and 5 blues. Well, this 2's easy. So is this 1. This 1 as well, I guess. This one goes there. This one gets these 2. This one reaches just here, so this one is clear. So far this one's seeming pretty easy, to be honest. Don't want to speak too soon, of course. 1. This 2 has to be these 2. This 3? Yeah, it's these 3. So this 1's done now, and so is this one. This 2 goes there, so this 1's finished. This 2 goes here. We're running out of steam, I feel like. How about colors? 1 purple and 4 blue. Doesn't seem that useful. It is though. This 1 and this 2 are sharing a space, right? These 2 are their overlap. So the last space that they don't see must also be empty. That only the 2 sees must be empty. Now this 2 can be finished. Right? Right. Now this 2 and this 1 work together to give me this space. This 2 and this 2? There's one of these 2, therefore neither of these 2. Where else can I go? I don't see any more like partial overlap. This 4 needs 2 of 3, which is not great. There's a lot of purples left. It's sort of remarkable that only one of them is a mine, but I don't know what to do with that. Is there really no better overlap in that kind of like river inlet thing here? It seems like something ought to happen, but I don't think it does. These 2 perfectly correspond to each other. These 2 perfectly correspond to each other. These 2 have too much, like they're not. It's much more useful when one area completely subsumes another than when they just share some spaces. You can sometimes do something when they share spaces, but it's harder. And here, there doesn't seem to be anything going on. This 2 and this 2 exactly offset each other. See, this is what I get for declaring too early that the puzzle seemed easy. I mean, this 3 has 2 of these spaces, but who cares, right? What might be something useful that I could discover here? I mean, almost anything could be useful is the problem. Revealing one more square would tell me loads of stuff. I was hoping to discover that, like, oh, the only useful thing I would be able to prove is finding the last purple, and then I could work on finding the last purple. But it seems more open-ended than that. Almost any knowledge would be useful. So I can't use that to direct me in terms of what it is I try to prove. What if I found, for example, that this wasn't a mine? That would be pretty powerful, because I would find the last purple and everything would just explode. And this would also be blue, a mine, rather, for what it's worth. But I don't see how I could prove that. Are there any 2 dominoes anywhere? Oh. The reason I can't make progress is because I have something wrong in the grid. In the I messed this area up. This 2 is lying. Okay, that's better. So this is correct so far, but I made a mistake out here. This 2, let me just work out what's actually still true. This 2 and this one, they have these squares in common, so this one's last must go here. Now this 2 is finished and it goes this way. Now we're making progress when we start entering true statements instead of false ones. This, yes, this 2 and this 2 overlap in these spaces, and in this one, that's where this guy's last thing must go, and that's the last purple mine. Great. Not sure. I might end up needing the color clue for blues to finish this off, or maybe this tile would tell me. Yeah, if I could find that, it would. Well, these 2 both see the same 2 squares. They're not very helpful. There's suddenly so many avenues to explore, I don't know where to start. This 1 and this 1 overlap, giving you this. This 3 only sees 3, so it must be those. This 2's done. This gives me this 2. Now I can work my way in here. I assume it'll be alternating, but I do want to check. Yes. 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 Okay. This 2's done. This 1's done. This 2 sees one. I mean, one of these 2? What does that tell me, though? I haven't put something wrong in again, have I? I don't think so. It all looks fine. I mean, one of these two, one of these two, one of these two. I guess this 4 is kind of cool. Ah, now that we have this 1, the 4 is more restricted. I see. I was thinking we couldn't make any progress on the 4 because nothing had moved, but this did. So we have 2, so 3 of these, but only 1 of these. Therefore, we need this one. So let's just get out here. Well, okay, now what? Oh, that overlaps with this one again. You have to do both halves of the work, right? This 4, its last one must be here, so the 1 can't have any of those spaces. The 3 and the 1 work together. We have one of these, therefore not this. That's this 1 done. Three needs both of these. This 3 there. Still 1 blue mine left. Of course, I'd like to work out what it is. This 3 is interesting because of this 3, I think. One of these 2 means we need this, and that finishes this 2. Who's this 4 working with? It needs 2 more, and they... well, Only one of them can go here because of the 1, so the last one must go there. I think we need to use mine count next. Because nothing else has interesting overlaps. All right, so one of these 2 and one of these 2, that's 2 of our mines. Furthermore, one of these 2, that's 3. One of these 2, that's 4. Well, that wasn't very helpful. What if I start with these? One of these 2. Try to find something disjoint with that. One of these 2. And one of these 2. Ugh. So we need one of these 2. Let's just draw it in red. And we need one of these 2, and there are still 2 left. Well, we need one of these 2. There's only 1 left, and weirdly, it's like one of these 2? What the hell do I do with that? Ah, I must be getting to blue count. Because these 2, yeah, they're staggered from each other. So it's going to be one of them, right? Like, suppose I pick this. Then it's not here. And it is here, and it's not here. That's fine, that works out. Suppose I pick not this, I put it here. Then there won't be one here. And there will be one here. So regardless, one of these 2 is the last blue mine. And that means this one isn't it. Oh, god damn it. I knew it was a mine. I was like, yeah, the rest of these are all mines. I just like forgot what button is what. Okay, well, that's not the end of the world, I guess. You want to try one more? It's getting a little late for this video. There are 68 mines. Well, we'll try it. It's at least fairly forgiving early on. Three, yeah, it needs all these, okay. 2 there, there. The 2 next to 1 needs one there, I guess, and then... Does it? Oh, it needs both of these, right. And the 4 needs all of this. The 2 needs both of these. Open. Ah! I meant to click here. Good thing it was a 1. This 3 needs 2 more. I guess it's these. 2 go there. 4 needs this. Okay, can't make any progress in here without information about this, I guess. Yeah, it has to be information about this or else about all of these. Let's do this 2 here. There's the 1. Oh, colors. So only the pink and purple have any left, is that right? The orange, yellow, and blue are gone? Well, here they are. Just give me these little ones. Doesn't look very useful, but I assume it will be when I get there. This 2 goes here. 3. Not much help, I guess. 1 of these 2. Okay, how about up here? No, not really. Oh, down here. This 2 has to go there. Now this 2 is both of these. That's done. Has to finish there. Got you there. This doesn't look like enough. Oh. Well, no, not quite. There are 5 pink mines left. And 6 pink squares, so we can almost do something. What about the purple squares? They seem more problematic because there are more of them and also a larger number, but we have a lot more contact with them, so maybe we can count where the remaining purples are. Right? There are 6, yeah? Yeah. So we have at most 1 here. At most 1 here is 2. We need 4 more, and there's only 4 places they could be. There. So that finishes this 2. We get this 1 and we can continue exploring over there. This 2's done as well. 3's done. 4 needs these, 4 needs this. Okay. This 2 keeps going out here. 4 needs this, 2's done, 1's done. The 3 across from the 1 is finally making the 1 useful because this has to be, and these can't. Oh, this 1 goes there, and now the 2 across from the 1 gives me this. How about purples now? We still have these, okay. Need to find something out about pinks. What am I missing in that neighborhood? Ah, here it is. These 2s across from each other. This can allow only 1 here, so this must be a mine. And then, with 1 here, we know neither of these is a mine. There's 2 here. This 3 is done. Oh, that's too bad. I thought I would find out which one of these was a mine. How am I ever going to solve this? What? Even if I find out... Ah, I see. The information in these squares can't help me resolve this puzzle. This dichotomy between these 2. But if I mark this as a mine, or if I mark it as not a mine, then the 3 will resolve itself. I don't need more information from up here. I just need to know how many gray mines there are up here to know how many pink mines there are up there. Okay, that's how we'll solve it eventually. Don't really see what's going on over here, though. Oh, this too, finally. It's been here for ages, hasn't it? No, but it doesn't help. I know there's 1 here, so this 2 is done, and I can click that. Great, congratulations. Commendations for everyone. But really, who cares? Oh, it does matter because this 2 is already next to 2 things, right? Revealing it gave me more information. That's why that's important. So that's how you finish this 2. I can't make any progress with just like local decision making, right? No, I can. It's over here, and it's been here for ages. That 2's done, so I can do this. Whoa. That's interesting. I guess that's fine. We can still afford 1 degree of freedom. We'll find out, like, whether we have an odd or an even number of mines remaining will tell us whether this is clicked. And whether we have, you know, whether we add 2 or not will tell us whether these are clicked, which will also tell us about this. That's pretty cool. That said, how the heck do I get anywhere? I see. Okay. So, there's only 3 mines left in the puzzle. We know one of them's up here, one of them's here, and one of them's here. So that whole area just vanishes. There's only 1 mine left, and it's this pink one. So, in fact, I can tell you that it's this one, right? There you go. Whew. All right, that wasn't too bad. I'm not gonna do another this episode, but I'm having fun. I'll continue coming back. I'm recording all these at once so far, so I haven't heard anybody's response to these. It'll be interesting to see whether anybody watches this at all. It might be even more of a turnoff than the other stuff I've been doing, but who knows? Maybe people are into it. Anyway, that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.